Hey guys, I hope all is well. Welcome back to the Truth Talk podcast. I'm back here with MI.
What's up, guys?
Today's episode is a very special episode as I'm joined by one of the artists signed to the Truth Records, Danae.
Hi guys, I'm Danae.
In this episode, we're going to be talking about the comments Tory Lanez's father made outside the courthouse after the conviction. And we're also going to be debuting the first two releases coming from Truth Records, Complicated by Danae featuring Fameless and Prayers by Fameless. We're excited to share the music we have been working on and can't wait to hear your guys' thoughts. You guys can now pre-save the song on Apple Music and Spotify by clicking the link in the description. This would automatically add the song to your library when it drops. I truly appreciate all the support you guys have been showing, and I appreciate all of you who are going to be supporting Truth Records. I am planning on signing more artists who watch the channel. We just have to make sure these releases do well so that we can continue to be able to make more music. I'm truly excited for the 30th. Now, let's get right into it. The first thing we're going to be talking about is Truth Records and our upcoming releases. Then we will get into the comments Tory Lanez's father made about Roc Nation and Jay-Z. I want to introduce you guys to Danae and let you guys know how we met and why I decided to sign her. Danae was a viewer of my channel, just like you guys, and she heard me talking about starting a positive label, so decided to contact me through Instagram. When I spoke to Danae, she asked me to consider her for the label and told me to give her music a listen on her Instagram. I did, and I was honestly blown away. I told Danae that I was definitely interested in working with her, and we began working on music shortly after. Now, Danae, please, if you don't mind, tell the people a bit about yourself.
Hi guys, I'm Danae. I'm from California and I'm 21 years old. I just want to let you guys know I'm a little bit under the weather, which is why my voice sounds off. But the way that I got into music was that my dad had gifted me a guitar at 12 years old. I started playing guitar every single day after I got that guitar, and eventually it turned into me singing with it. And I would just practice so much every single day that it became a passion of mine. And I continued to start writing music when I turned 13 until I was in high school and eventually into me making music. And it just became a dream of mine, and I started singing in church as well and just continued on that journey to where I'm at right now.
Now, I want to tell you guys why I started Truth Records and what's my goal with it. On this channel, we have spoken a lot about the evil and the corruption that takes place in the music industry. From the artists getting robbed in their deals to artists having to sell their souls and push a destructive agenda. Artists are used like puppets on strings to manipulate the masses, guiding them to a burning end. Mainstream popular music has guided so many people down the wrong path without them even noticing it. I decided I wanted to be a part of the solution and not just talk about the problem. This is when I came up with the idea of making Truth Records, a label that only pushes positive music with a positive message. Music about real love, music about real struggle, and music that's inspired by God's message. My goal was to make this positive music sound just as good as the music the Masons are using to destroy us. I want to make sure that all the music that's put out by Truth Records always has a positive message in its core. My goal is to sign many of you talented artists who watch my channel, but first, we need to make sure these releases do great. We have to make our presence known in the industry. We are 172,000 people strong and growing every day. Together, we can get this music heard by the world and hopefully spark a change by showing people positive music can be better than the music the Masonic puppets are pushing. Now it's time we debut the song Complicated and Prayers so you guys can hear it first. Complicated is a song about the complications of love and how even though love is complicated, it's still worth chasing when you find the right one. It's a love song that's actually about love and not about lust and attraction.
I think this song really puts into perspective what real love should look like and going through the troubles that you may encounter while dealing with it and just pushing through it and realizing what you have right in front of you and reaching towards the end goal of staying together. And I had a very good time recording this song as it was my first time in the studio. I can't wait for everybody to hear it.
So now let's take a listen to Complicated.
Well, I know that love is so complicated, so much pain and trials and tribulation. I know what I want and it's amazing. I know what I want and I gotta chase it. I know he did, yeah, he fell in love but he ain't even noticed it. His heart is in my hand, watch what I do with it. I love her growing it, I just wanna go all in. Let's go all in. Love is hard, but our love is to the stars. If you want, I'll play the part, 'cause I know it from the start that I want you, baby. Need you, baby. 'Cause as of lately, you're driving me crazy. Well, I know that love is so complicated, so much pain and trials and tribulation. I know what I want and it's amazing. I know what I want and I gotta chase. Well, I know that love is so complicated, so much pain and trials and tribulation. I know what I want and it's amazing. I know what I want and I gotta chase.
Think I'm in love, babe. Hooked on you, you my drug, babe. I can't really get enough, babe. Buy you what you need, get what you want, fly you overseas. Tell them other girls, you the one that I need. No, I ain't sleep, you're the girl of my dreams. Complicated, love just might be overrated. Love with you is so amazing, so fascinating. Found real love and I gotta chase it. Just don't break my heart, 'cause you'll leave me devastated. Your lips, I love to taste them. Don't trip about them other ladies we got. I gotta say it, I'll never wait.
Well, I know that love is so complicated, so much pain, the trials and tribulation. I know what I want and it's amazing. I know what I want and I gotta chase. Well, I know that love is so complicated, so much pain, the trials and tribulation. I know what I want and it's amazing. I know what I want and I gotta chase it. It's complicated, the trials and tribulations. It's amazing. I know what I want and it's amazing. I know what I want and I gotta chase it.
All right, guys, please let me know below how you felt about Complicated. Well, Danae actually has to get going now. She wanted to be a part of the release.
I hope you guys enjoyed this song, and you should definitely follow me on Instagram for any updates at I'm Danae 2_, as well as on TikTok, and let me know what you think about the song.
Now, let's take a listen to the next song, Prayers by Famous. Prayers is a hip-hop song about not selling out. Please let me know below what y'all think about it.
Yeah, I hope y'all ready for these tracks, man. Fire coming.
I ain't feeling nobody tryna lie me. I know they pray I'm moving sloppy. My soul ain't being sold to nobody. I ain't catching nobody, I ain't stopping nobody. Young and really coming straight out the trenches. Where them youngins had to hustle for expenses. Everybody hungry, all they stressing. Everybody in the streets learning lessons. Oh Lord, I know they just want them chains on my soul, but I ain't really down to sell my soul. Ain't down to bend the foe. Keep fighting, throwing blows. Keep trying till it goes. I'ma tell you how it goes. 2 years ago I was broke, had given up and lost hope in the midst of the growth. Now I'm lit like a stove. Keep showing fake love to the bros. We gon' see you at the shows. I'm an addict. Too much dope with the flows automatic. They know where I came for the static. They don't want beef with the dogs, we the baddest. Got it, now we ain't talking about Cali. Talk about status, 'cause God made it happen. I got them chatting, I made a way. It's the reason why they all gonna hate. I'm from the streets, haters gon' creep. I just gotta watch my back, pay for peace. I ain't going out like that, that ain't me. I'm just tryna live my life, stay free. I just wanna live my life, hit it free. I just wanna guide my people when I speak, but I know they plotting on me when I sleep. That's why I rest on the day I can't breathe. That's why I rest on the day I can't breathe. That's why I rest on the day I can't breathe. That's why I rest on the day I can't breathe. That's why.
These songs will be available on all streaming platforms tomorrow, December 30th. I want to thank all you guys in advance for supporting the label. Now let's show the music industry that Truth Records is here and we're bringing change. Now, let's get into the comments Tory Lanez's father made outside of court. A couple days back, to the shock of many, Tory Lanez was convicted of crimes he did against Megan Thee Stallion. Despite it clearly appearing that evidence didn't directly paint Tory as the one responsible, he was still found guilty of the crimes. Like I said before, with all the information that was presented during the trial, it appeared that Tory Lanez was either going to be found not guilty or at least a mistrial was going to be declared. Most of the prosecution's evidence seemed to have backfired during the trial, like Kelsey, Meg's best friend who was the prosecutor's star witness, claiming she lied about Tory being the one responsible on previous police interviews. She also claimed she lied about Tory offering her a bribe. Kelsey and Meg also both lied about getting into a physical altercation before everything went down, as they both denied it never happened. On top of this, an eyewitness even states that it appeared Kelsey was the one who did it to Megan. Even though Tory seemed innocent, I had already predicted that he was going to be found guilty, no matter what. Tory wasn't just against Meg Thee Stallion and the prosecution, he was against Roc Nation and UMG. In my opinion, I believe Tory made himself a target the moment he decided to not only go independent during the peak of his career, but also start exposing the industry. If you want to know what Tory was exposing and how he made himself a target, check out this video next. It's clear to me the prosecutors seem to have had extra help. Somebody was definitely behind the scenes pulling strings in this case. If you were to ask me, I would say Roc Nation and UMG were behind the scenes pulling those strings. Oddly enough, this is exactly what Tory believed, and this is exactly what Tory's father said after court.
You want to know exactly how I'm feeling? Yes, I just stood here in this Los Angeles County and witnessed the worst miscarriage of justice. Listen, I've seen so much evidence buried in this, and I know exactly what the public out here will say. Don't talk. You will say, I say this because I'm a father. You all have been bartering and trading the souls of young black and brown men in this country. And I'm calling on all the umbrellas. I'm calling on everybody in this country to begin to rise up because your sons have been done dirty. It's not over. God does not lose.
As you heard for yourself, Tory's father was overwhelmed when he realized the industry had gotten his son. He screamed at the top of his lungs that Roc Nation and Jay-Z were responsible for his son's conviction. He called the prosecutors evil and the criminal justice system wicked. These are the things we all know on this channel, as the Masons have their hands in everything. What happened to Tory would continue to happen to other artists who have given their souls for the world. Tory had chosen to play ball, but then he realized that he wanted to be free, and this cost him everything. Tory's father knows exactly what's going on in the industry. That's why he openly claims it was wicked. If Tory would have signed to Roc Nation when they extended the offer, Tory would have not been in this mess. If he would have signed to any major label, he would have been protected. Tory chose to be in the industry long ago and was initially signed to Benny Blanco, another Masonic puppet. After the fame and success, Tory realized he was just a puppet, being used and being robbed. He thought he found a way out of the situation, but in reality, he created a whole new problem for himself. I will be praying for Tory, and I hope he finds a solution that doesn't cost him everything. The devil gave Tory everything, and when Tory wouldn't cooperate, he took it all back, leaving Tory where he started. Hopefully, Tory can rebuild through God. Now, I do want to say that if Tory manages to get an appeal and a retrial actually happens, and somehow the prosecutor really shows evidence that proves Tory was guilty of doing that to Meg, I would change my perspective on the matter. Just going off of the information provided to me, I can't say that I believe Tory was truly responsible. And like I said, it appears he was set up.
Yeah, it was a setup from the get, man. The witness said that he saw Tory Lanez letting it go in the air. He did not say anything about Tory Lanez letting it go at Meg Thee Stallion. So this is a clear picture of what the industry could do to these artists. How much control that they have, that they really have.
I think the whole situation was simple. Tory Lanez got himself into hot water when he decided to go against the labels, and then he started kind of to gloat and talk about how being signed to a record label was so bad and how it was terrible to sign to them. So he was kind of making himself this target.
Think about it. What was he really doing besides telling the truth?
Yeah, but that's the thing. You don't want the truth. If I'm the industry and the only way I'm allowed to rob these artists is by keeping them ignorant to the truth, you understand? Giving them money and jewelry and keeping them blinded so I can continue to rob them.
It's crazy, man. It's crazy how they did him. And I kind of feel bad for him for this whole situation. I feel bad.
No, I definitely feel bad. And like I said, Tory got in this position because he denied Roc Nation. It's rumored that Roc Nation offered him a deal. This is what Tory Lanez said, and he denied it. And it's strange to think that Meg Thee Stallion is part of what? She's managed by Roc Nation. Tory had denied Roc Nation, and then just a few months later, Tory has another issue with a Roc Nation artist. You understand? And we already know who runs Roc Nation. Jay-Z. Who's Roc Nation under? Universal Music Group. You understand? This is the people that already run the music industry, the people with the most power. Tory turning his back on them, basically stating that y'all did all this hard work and I'm going to get all the money now. And that's basically what they see Tory doing. And in reality, Tory already made the labels millions of dollars, but the labels think they deserve it all. You understand? Especially since Tory was really hot during 2020 when all this started to happen.
It's ridiculous how they could just do this and get away with it, though. And I don't get it. I really can't understand how they do this in plain sight. You know what I feel like? Honestly, I feel like after this with Tory Lanez, I feel like now people are starting to see more what the hell it really is. You know, they got the petition going on where he got probably more than 20,000 people already signed it. So, you know, I think that people are starting to see it more now.
It's interesting because, like you're saying that, but like most artists and celebrities are staying quiet about the situation because, you know, they don't want to be put on either side and they're a part of the system. If the system says Tory is guilty, then Tory is guilty and that's how everyone's going to treat him. You know, like I said before, Tory's career is most likely done. He's already found guilty. This is what they're going to consider him as, someone who did this to women, who's evil, who's messed up. And like I said, Tory definitely joined the industry and was being used to push the Masonic agenda for a part of his career. But I feel like he decided that he wants to go independent and he wants to make money for himself. He didn't want to get robbed anymore. I don't know if he didn't want to push the agenda or not. That's not really what I'm seeing from this. What I'm seeing is that he just wanted to go independent and make money on his own. They went after him because of it. Because if one artist does something, then it's going to spark a change and more artists are going to follow suit. And then the record labels are going to have themselves a major problem. For them to have one Tory Lanez is already a major problem. But imagine having 100 of them. Then imagine the whole industry refusing to signing to labels. The labels can't have that and they're willing to play dirty to make sure that doesn't happen.
Yeah, 100%.
You know, and these are tactics like we see with people like Diddy and Jay-Z and stuff like that. This is the way they play the game. They love using corruption to get what they want.
Yeah, it's either they take you out or they frame you to be this monster. They know what they're doing. They're going to do it regardless, you know? So it's either they follow suit or they're going to put you out there to be this monster like they did Tory Lanez. Right now, you know, even if he does get out on an appeal and the signature, this has a really big effect on his life and his career. He's about to do a bid.
Even with the appeal, it's over for his career. The appeal needs to happen relatively quickly. Like it has to happen ASAP for it to really have an effect on his career. Because what happened is now, that's the narrative. Tory Lanez is guilty. He did that to Meg. Meg is the victim. I honestly see the whole thing as a setup. I don't think that anything happened that night that wasn't supposed to happen. Even with Meg, like this is one thing that stood out to me the entire time that I don't know how I forgot to mention this. But this is the first thing that I think about every time I think of the situation. And you tell me what you think. I feel like the reason that Meg initially didn't want to tell the police what happened that night was because she didn't want an investigation to start from that moment. So she could be able to add to the lie and build the lie correctly. You understand? If Meg Thee Stallion would have been like, oh yeah, Tory did that to me, and the cops would have started investigating the crime scene as that. You understand? It would have been investigated as Tory letting go on her, so they would have been looking for shell casings. It would have been treated like a different case, like a different crime scene. Instead, Meg Thee Stallion claims that she stepped on glass, and they looked at it as a situation that someone stepped on glass. They just so happened to find Tory Lanez with his weapon, and they took it in and they charged him for it. So initially, it had no reports of Meg and anything or anybody being let go at or any of that. You understand? I think that Meg did that so that she could be able to, you know, say that later on without, they can't investigate the crime scene no more. A month later when she came out and said Tory did that to her, how are they going to go investigate a crime scene that doesn't exist no more? You get my point?
Yeah, and then the experts came back and they saying that there was really no proof or something like that about Tory Lanez that he could have done it, and he is still in jail. This is a setup, like you just said. This was a setup from the record label. They told Meg Thee Stallion, you know, to do this to get him out. Because think about it. If I'm Tory Lanez, I'm a superstar. I have a very great career. I could have any chick I want. Do you think I'm gonna pull out my piece and let it go on a female for no reason when I could just dismiss her and go replace her tomorrow?
The whole situation was just nonsense. But in reality, they used women to bring them down, which if you look at the Bible, it's even a verse in the Bible that speaks about that very thing. I want you guys to consider, if Tory Lanez's father is outside of the courthouse blaming Rock Nation, risking, he literally is risking legal actions from Rock Nation.
He's risking his life too, man.
He's risking legal actions. Like Rock Nation can say, oh, you're spreading misinformation about us. Rock Nation can say that's defamation, that they had nothing to do with this court case and all that. So he's risking by coming out and saying that. But like I'm saying, in my opinion, that's what it appears like as well. In my opinion, it appears that Rock Nation had a hand in it.
Come on, we know Tory Lanez told him something. His father's not just gonna come out and be like, Jay-Z. Oh, I forgot the other lady's name. He's not gonna just go out there and scream at Jay-Z and the whole Rock Nation over this. Tory Lanez had to tell his father.
His innocence was already proved before he even got on the stand. Everything that was presented as factual proof ended up not being factual proof. For example, Kelsey saying that she saw Tory did it. She took back that and said that she lied about that. Kelsey claiming that Tory bribed her. She took that back and said that she lied about that. Eyewitnesses claiming that Kelsey and Meg Thee Stallion got into an incident. He saw muzzle flashes close to them too. So that again paints the picture of Kelsey and Megan having the altercation that led to the problem. Then again, we consider the fact that Meg Thee Stallion denied being with Tory. She claimed that she never had any relationship with Tory. Lying. And then again, if we look at the situation where Megan claims that she saw Tory, but then she says that in reality, she never really saw Tory did it because her back was turned and she just looked over her shoulder and just saw Tory holding something. So she never initially saw Tory actually doing anything to her. I think they're trying to show Tory a lesson too, because if we just look at it, they're throwing the book at him. They're going extra hard, Could have just taken him out, but they kind of want, to go through all this. Oh, you want to deny us? Now look what happens to you.
No, it's definitely corrupted because they're allowing these billionaires who are not involved in the Justice Department to make calls on people's lives and their freedom, and that's not right.
Towards the end, I feel that Tory was trying to paint a picture that he was good towards the end, but I think that he started to realize that the people he was against weren't going to allow him to walk free. And that's why he said the things he said. And that's why his dad said the things they said. I'm pretty sure they were all waiting this, and they knew that since he didn't turn around and sign a deal, that he wasn't going to be able to be let go free. I would hope that the truth comes to the light. I would hope that people would see that this just appears to be a setup and Tory was targeted. That's it for this episode, guys. I truly appreciate each and every one of you guys for showing up. Please do not forget that tomorrow, December 30th, we will be releasing 2 songs, Complicated and Prayers, and it's going to be available on Apple Music, Spotify, YouTube, everywhere where you can listen to it. And I really appreciate if all you guys showed full support so the music industry can see our presence. Thank you guys so much. I appreciate all of you, and I'll see you guys in the next one.
Peace.
I just wanted to give a special shout out to the Truth Movement members. I truly appreciate every single one of you. If you'd like to further support the channel, join the Truth Movement, or you can join me on Patreon where I drop exclusive videos monthly. The link would be in the description. Another way you can further support the channel is by checking out the Truthfist store and seeing if you find anything you like. Every purchase you make helps with the funding of Truth Records. The link to the Truthfist store is also in the description. Also, please leave a comment on your thoughts on this video and on any future topics you would like to see me cover on my channel. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe and hit the bell so you can be notified of future videos. If you like this video, please leave a like as it helps other people find these videos. You can also find me on TikTok and Instagram and follow me there. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you guys in the next one.